ahead. I'm Lainey.
And I'm Laura Beth. And we are Steel Magnolias, two sisters who love family, traditions, and all things Southern.
We've got plenty of room at our table, so pull up a chair.
Hey, Lainey.
Hi, Laura Beth.
Wow, I had some goodness dropped in my lap last night.
Ooh, do tell.
I got to see the Grand Ole Opry for the first
That's
time.
right. You've never seen
ever.
it. Okay, so you streamed.
Via live stream, yes.
Wow.
I saw it via live stream. Hopefully, if you didn't get a chance to see it, hopefully it's preserved in some way so that you can go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is. I haven't checked. But it was Marty Stewart, Brad Paisley, and Vince Gill.
Whoa.
The three of them, spaced out on stage, playing to no one.
Wow.
How bizarre is that?
That is so wild.
And they played like they were playing to a full house.
Love it.
Like, gave it everything in them, told stories.
Vince Gill is one of my favorites.
Yeah. And I had more appreciation even after listening to Marty Stewart last night. Like, I haven't listened to him much.
Now, you know, our mom was friends with his wife, Connie Smith.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe that's what it was. Like, growing up, I was like, oh, that's somebody my mom would know.
Yeah.
You know, but he was picking that mandolin last night. Oh,
I
my
love
gosh.
the sound of a mandolin.
And
I like Vince Gill's voice, but his picking skills are off the chart.
Yeah. So it was really special.
Wow. I want to go back. And
it was an hour, and I
Okay.
don't know what the length of the show normally is. It's probably longer than that.
I believe it is.
And the only part I was missing was, you know, they have the guy that would typically stand off to the left that's kind of would you call him the MC
Yeah.
of the event? So he wasn't a participant in the live stream that I was watching. I think when they record it for television, he participates.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not sure how they were doing it last night because I don't think they've ever done that before to where they had to cancel but still
interesting.
played. So anyway, they closed with "Will the Circle Be Unbroken?"
Oh my gosh, that song. I know. It makes me just want to cry.
I cried watching it. I'm like sitting in my dining room alone on my laptop, just so tender. And I was like, gosh, music is so healing.
It is. It's just so touching. I mean, I've heard that one done at a funeral, and I've thought, as a Southerner, I'd be okay with that being played at my funeral.
Yeah. And they referenced that phrase even a little bit, like, they're not breaking the circle of the Grand Ole Opry. Like, they're not allowed to have guests in this week because of the current state of affairs in our country.
We've said we don't even want to say the C word.
Yep, that's
We
all the
hope-
airtime it's getting.
We hope that if you're listening to this in 6 months or a year, you don't even know what we're talking about.
Absolutely. Yes. So, but you know, part of the programming format is to share stories.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten that Brad Paisley just recently opened
A grocery store.
a free grocery store.
Yes.
And when I say recently, I mean March 14th was the grand opening.
Wow.
So if you haven't heard or don't know what I'm talking about, there is a store, they call it The Store in Nashville, opened by Brad Paisley. Obviously, if you don't know that name, that's okay, but he's a country singer, and his wife, Kimberly Williams, star of
Father of the Bride.
Of the
We
Bride.
love that movie.
It's going to operate year-round. It just opened, and it is a free grocery store that you can come participate in by referral. So you get kind of referred in.
Okay.
Because I
From
was
different
like, how
groups
do you get to
or that
participate?
know your
yeah.
situation.
But talk about a timely
Wow.
opening.
Wow.
Thestore.org if you want to read more about the why and how and all the ways it works. But yeah, I was thinking, gosh, imagine Brad and Kim with this dream to feed those in need in Nashville, right? Like from months ago.
And now we've had a tornado
Thinking
and
it's going to look one way.
wow.
And really how desperate people are from all walks of life. Anyway, I just thought that I was glad it was just barely touched on at the Grand Ole Opry, but I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that he did that.
And even that song that you're saying, that they were saying, we're not going to break the circle.
right.
Like, I've been so impressed with how people are rising up in various ways to just help one another.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of difficulty.
Yeah.
Is we all have this common enemy.
That's right.
And it makes us all unified.
We're bonded in that way. Yeah. So speaking of timely things, we have mentioned on this podcast before the idea of doing T-shirts.
Yes.
Steel Magnolias T-shirts. And we have them. And we have them for a 2-week period. So we have partnered with Twine Graphics, who is local to
company.
Franklin, where we are. And they helped us, they're trying to help small businesses right now. So they helped us get it set up in their store. So we will put the link everywhere for the next couple of weeks, that if you want to buy a Steel Magnolias T-shirt, this is your time. They're $22, and I'm going to buy one because I want one.
I know, me too.
And anyway, people have said that they wanted one and were interested, and so I hope that this is a good time for you guys to go do that. I know for many of you it's not a good time, but if you're able
to do that, that's
then
awesome.
That supports us, and helps,
we've never had a way to do that.
Helps
in
put
any
some,
way.
Yeah, put some money into the just stuff of this podcast.
So, in discussing our topic of the week, we obviously plan ahead and had some other ideas that we niched for this current situation where we've all found more time at home.
Yes.
So, with that and putting an uplifting spin on that.
That's right.
Because that's what we do. We thought it would be fun to do a room-by-room staycation.
Yes. So I actually heard the word staycation just for the first time maybe a couple of years ago, and I thought, that's a funny word, but now I get it. Like, you have to shift your mind if you have time off or you're making your time off to being in that vacation mode.
Right.
Because if you're just at home for the sake of you don't have anywhere to be, you can find anything to do and it might not be fun or joyous
Absolutely.
or productive.
Well, and when I think staycation, I actually think of staying in my town.
True.
Not staying in my house.
True.
When I think of staycation, I think of going to do things in my city that I don't usually do.
You're a tourist in your own town.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
This staycation is even smaller.
This is enjoying your space.
Yes.
Whatever that might be.
Neighborhood, literal home, inside your walls.
Yes. So yeah, we wanted to just go room by room.
Make fun
and talk
little
about
trip.
Joy you can find in that, productivity you can do while in that space, you know, cleaning it up or reviving things, etc. So that was kind of our spin for today. Where do we even start,
Fun
though?
times. Well, I mean, usually when you step into the door frame of a home, what room do you think of?
I think of like some people have a foyer, but right into a living room space.
Yeah, so let's start there.
Okay. That's definitely where my family hangs out, is our living room. We watch TV there, we read there, we pray there, we just have quiet there sometimes.
Well, so clarification, are we going to call living room and TV room one and the same? Because in a lot of houses it is.
Yeah, for us it is.
Yeah, so you want to lump those together. And if you have separated, then this might be two different rooms for you. But for a lot of people, this is
where we live. Our
live
living room.
and play.
That's
because
true.
I put those as the top two rooms.
That's true.
Okay.
What did you call your other room? You called it a TV room. Some people might call it a bonus room.
Yeah.
Den.
Is that the same as a playroom?
Well, we have a playroom that's separate from our living room.
Yeah, you do.
And I think a lot of people use their
so
bonus room as
separate.
playroom.
Okay.
So many technicalities, y'all.
my
We don't have a
goodness,
floor
different
plan
homes
that we reviewed.
Well, I got tickled thinking about the game of Clue and how I'm like, do we have conservatory and
oh my gosh,
you know, all those rooms that
billiard
most
room?
of us don't have. The billiard room.
Yeah, last time I was in the billiard room or the library. Wish I had a library.
I wish I had a library.
Okay. So yes, living room. Put your own spin on it, how you will. So this is where we hang. We have a fireplace.
Oh, so that was one of the things, I think. Enjoy your fireplace. It just got cooler.
Yeah.
Yesterday here in Nashville. I don't know what everybody else's weather is, but
yeah, we've done it even before where we have those starter logs or I don't even know if they're considered starter logs, but like a Duraflame that really is just a singular log
Yes.
that can burn like up to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll just do that.
Yeah.
Like to not have to tend the fire.
Right.
But it creates
It's ambient.
such an ambiance.
It really does.
That is just so inviting and comforting and
And
peaceful.
yours is real wood, so that's
Yes.
wonderful. I have a gas, which is super easy, but you don't get the crackle and the smell that
Right.
you get with real wood.
But
But it's easy.
lighting wise, which lighting is huge, you're getting the same effect.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah. But we borrowed a shampoo carpet cleaner
Yep.
this week. Actually, we borrowed it like several weeks ago, so just kind of thankful it was in the house.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so we cleaned carpets in our living room this week.
And that takes a little while.
It is crazy the amount of dirt
Oh, it's disgusting,
you pull up,
actually.
right? So that was one thing we brought in to kind of freshen up the room.
Yeah.
And then I would just say I love having great candles.
Yes.
You know, I have one spot on my mantle that I always have a candle. Not always burning. I'm just saying that's kind of my candle spot. And so a good candle's always really fun to add joy to my living room.
Absolutely. And ambience and wonderful smells.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're the type of person that keeps your candle for a special occasion, this is it.
Here's your
Light
occasion.
it.
Light it up for your staycation.
Well, a few other ideas I had in a living room or TV room. You had mentioned cleaning carpets. I really need to clean the upholstery on my couch that's in the living room.
That's
and
so
I was
good.
thinking that would be a good thing to
Now's
do
the time.
in this time.
Yep.
That's not fun.
No.
But it will make me happy later.
It's not
when
fun,
it's
but
done.
there's never going to be a good time. And it's
right.
not going to be not fun. Or it's
And
not
it
going
needs
be
to
fun.
dry. So
Yes.
that's, let it dry and then
While
enjoy
people
it
aren't
even
coming
more.
over. Yeah.
Yep.
That's great. That's a good idea.
Another thing a lot of people do in that room is play. That's where you play games.
True.
And so
Yeah.
pull out games you haven't played in a long time.
Yeah.
And play those. If you're a family.
Yeah.
For me, it's just me as of right now. But
Are you
if I
playing
have,
solitaire cards?
if I have you guys over,
Yeah.
we might be able to play
Yeah.
that Clue game that rarely gets pulled
That's so
out. I
great.
love Clue.
That's so great.
I was also thinking it could be fun to make a fort and even play camping. Like you could, get the lanterns out of the garage.
That's so true.
And you could even make s'mores in the fireplace.
Yes.
Or if you have a fire pit outside, you could
That's so fun.
do something like that and
Yeah.
kind of change it up as
Yes.
we're playing camping, but inside.
That's so great. I love it. I don't know what it is about a fort for a certain aged kid.
gosh.
It is just like taking them to the circus. You might as well be.
I mean, I remember
Dropping money.
how much fun I had making forts. And one time it was like of course, TVs were different. They were little boxes.
That's true.
But we put a little TV in my fort one time. And I was in there for probably half the day because that was
hilarious.
just over the top good.
Yeah. Now it would be an electronic device that can easily go in there, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, forts are fun. That's a great idea for the kids. Keep them occupied.
That's right. Also, I got thinking, I hardly ever pull out photo albums. We're so digital now.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of families have photo albums, and you could pull them out and talk about the generations past
True.
and what those people were like. Or
Yeah.
maybe,
I just saw your shelf after shelf after shelf, actually, on this visit over to your house today.
Of
And I was like, gosh,
photos.
she's got a lot of photo albums. Yeah.
but think of my age as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
I still literally just the other day printed out about 5 or 6 of my favorite photos from
Yeah.
the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Because I want to have a hard copy of that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't even print photos anymore. They just look at digital.
I'm in limbo about that. That's funny you mention it. I'm very much in a place of I don't know if I'm going to print anymore of the year. Like print them, put them in a photo album,
Make a photo book.
create a photo book, or just print a handful that go in frames around the house.
Do you remember what I did in my bedroom where I took a frame but took the glass out.
Oh,
and then I put a piece of twine with a
clothespin.
clothespin.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to change out photos.
Yeah.
And so that's a great way. And I've seen people do that with their children's art, where they do the
that's a
exact
good
same
idea.
thing, and you don't feel bad.
And then you have a place for all the art that
You
comes
can
in.
hang, because it's constantly changing.
Yeah.
So
That's a great idea. I actually did start switching out photographs in frames
okay.
this past week. So I have like probably 3 more frames
So
I need
even
to
there's
find.
another good thing you can do. in
Yes,
this
and
time.
that could be all over your house because most people spread framed photography all over their house. So, yeah.
Another idea I had is if you have a piano, I think of that in a TV room or a living room. Some people have a piano. Now's a great time to play it if somebody plays
Yes.
it, or learn to play it, or there's even online music lessons you can do.
Yeah.
Good time to learn that instrument you've wanted to learn.
That's so fun. We only have a tiny little one that gets banged on in our playroom.
by
So
a 2-year-old.
we don't have space for a
I don't have any kind of
nice piano, but
piano or real guitar or anything.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Anything else in the living room?
No, I will say, as we move to other rooms, there is a brilliant article that I'm going to reference a lot during today's podcast that I found electronically, but where I first was looking at it is in my actual copy of Real Simple magazine from June of 2018.
Okay.
And it is an article that is called 100, hold on, let me see what the actual title was. How to Make Everything in Your Home Last 100 Years.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
why I
impressive.
held on to this magazine article, y'all.
Now, personally, I don't think things are made like they used to be. So
Well-
you'll be doing good if it lasts
True.
20.
But there are ways to protect things
Yes.
and to revive things. So I'm
That's
just
true.
going to go ahead and say, as my going into other rooms, I have some amazing tips that I'm getting from that article, but I'll put the
Ooh, I
link in
wanna
our
see
show
that.
notes so that you
Yeah.
can go look at all their ideas because there were so many good ones. So, where do you want to go next?
One other thing I wanted to say about TV rooms, because
Oh, okay.
that's where you would probably do this. There is some awesome variety of things to stream right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what you do in a TV room.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking of there's museums you can tour. I think the San Diego Zoo has a stream where you can see animals.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of famous musicians are doing little things on their social media and
Yeah.
things like that where
Yeah.
they'll do little concerts and
Yes.
things like that. So that's a fun thing you can do in that living room, TV room. And I was even thinking it would be cool to, if you're a family of size, you could change it up. Who gets to pick what we're all going to watch?
Oh, for sure. You
Together
should.
or
Yeah.
something
Be
like
fair
that.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, let's go to the kitchen. Can we go there?
Right, yeah.
And
The heartbeat of the house.
heartbeat of the house. So in this article, one of my things that I'm going to try this week, and if it works, I'm putting it on Instagram, y'all, because we
Okay.
need to know this.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and talk about baking sheets in the kitchen.
Okay.
Mine get
Rusty
bajankety and
and-
rusty. It seems like pretty fast. So
But good. That means you're using it
to protect them, like if I had been an all-star and done this from the start,
from the get-go.
I would have been using parchment paper. That's what they say to do each
Okay.
time you use your baking sheet. Who
Really?
does that?
I rarely do that.
I don't. I mean, I only do it if the recipe calls for it.
Yeah.
So I'm certainly not going to naturally go get parchment paper. So if you've done that, then yours probably
Looks
pretty
better than
protected.
ours.
They're going to last 100 years or so, this article thinks. But if you need to revive them, you can soak them in soapy water and sprinkle in baking soda.
It does everything under the sun.
And then you scrub it with a cut raw potato.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
And that the potato contains the right acid.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
To help dissolve the rust.
Unbelievable.
So, they say that steel wool can damage if you
Yeah.
start taking steel wool to scrub. So I'm going to try the potato
You got to show us if it works.
this week and
That is
revive
fun.
some
Do a
of
before
my.
and after. And
Ooh, that's a good idea. I will, because I don't even think y'all would realize how my baking sheets look
that
right now.
would be so fun to see.
So
if
that's
it works.
one thing. If I were, had some free time in the kitchen, I would do that.
Well, now, if you have baking soda and vinegar, you can pretty much clean everything.
Yes,
and
you
in
can.
this time, we're seeing a lot of cleaning products are gone off the shelf.
True.
So that might be a thing you can clean most everything with those two items together.
Yeah.
I
Cookbooks.
cleaned.
No, you go
Well, I
ahead.
was just going to say, I cleaned my coffee pot really good yesterday.
Good.
Like, that was a kitchen thing that I'm like, oh, I'm going to clean the coffee pot really well, and then maybe I need to run the oven through the clean cycle. I never do that.
That's a good thing to
That's
do. And that's
another
like
thing.
a 4-hour process.
I know.
Yeah.
So that would be a good
That's good.
thing to tackle.
Love it. Cookbooks. I got rid of a bunch of cookbooks this week because I have come to the conclusion I really only use the actual recipes from a handful,
few, yeah.
probably 4.
Yep.
Like if somebody was like, you can only keep 5 cookbooks.
You know which ones your
I could do
your
that.
go-tos. Yeah.
And so, that meant getting rid of the joy of cooking
Okay.
because I don't cook French. And that
Has a lot of
cookbook is amazing. I'm like applauding the sort of progression that cookbook brought to cooking, but I don't do that. So I felt like I was like committing a cardinal sin by getting rid of it. But I came up with so many cookbooks that I just don't need anymore. So
Okay.
cookbook clean out, I would say
That's
a lot
a
of
good
kitchens could use that.
And now would be a good time to try new recipes as well.
For sure.
And see if you want to keep it or not, or toss the recipe. You may decide you want to toss it. But if it's a, recipe that you've been wanting to try and you have the ingredients, now's the time.
Yeah.
I've even heard of one of my friends just made a big pot of beef stew and corn muffins and then made a delivery to neighbors. And I thought, that's sweet.
And I love unexpected things
Yeah, I know.
too, right?
I'm not even a lover of beef stew, but if somebody brought it to me, I would be so excited and enjoy eating that.
Like,
'cause-
don't wait till the neighbor is sick or had a baby.
yeah.
Do that for those occasions, but also what about Tuesday night? Like just random occasions. I love that.
That is really fun.
That's cool. I would say I also have enjoyed at the top of the year, this is when I usually do it in January, I clean out my spices.
Oh, good one.
Right? It's just kind of one of those things that you just think are always good, and they're not.
We've got time to clean out the fridge, clean out
True,
the spices,
true.
clean out the pantry.
True. And then I have a little succulent plant on my windowsill that I just love. And so I was looking at that yesterday going, I might need to get more succulents. They're very easy to maintain.
Yeah.
And I've got the space on my windowsill. I always love the word windowsill. Sill. Sometimes you hear people say seal, window seal.
Oh.
Have you not heard that? Mm-mm. I feel like the accent changes on that
They
word.
may be saying the same word, but it just sounds
That's what
like-
I'm saying.
Okay.
But it's sill. S-I-L-L.
Right.
Not seal. Anyway, side note.
Depends on where you're from on
That's true.
what that sounds like. Now's also a great time to check the dates on your smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, and I'm a huge advocate of your carbon monoxide
Yes, you
detector.
are. It saved your life.
Yes,
It
so
sure did. Smoke detectors can go bad.
absolutely.
I think I've got a bad one that I just discovered this week because I had deep cleaned my guest room.
Okay,
So I think I had
bumped something.
I
or
don't
gotten
know.
something in it when you
dusted,
were cleaning.
maybe it keeps going off and there's no fire.
When the battery starts getting low, they start doing that. Is it not that?
This is very random times, and it's not like speeding up and frequent. So I think it's a bad smoke detector. Anyway,
Well,
why
check the date.
Why risk it?
Right.
Just get a new one.
That's right. They're not that expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not something I think of often, of checking my fire extinguisher dates.
Yeah.
Other than in the massage room, because I have to be checked. Like I could get checked by the health board, so I do check that one
That's good.
more often.
That's
but
good, sis. Keep doing that.
Other than that one, yeah. So all fun kitchen thing. Well, not all fun, but all kitchen things that you can do in your staycation.
Yeah, and it'll bring you
Some
joy
fun. Yes.
in the long run.
That's right.
To have cleaned out spaces and, yeah, like you said, new recipes that now you know you like.
and share with your neighbors if
Yes.
you feel so inclined and have enough to share. Even if it's just one neighbor, it doesn't have to be.
No, you don't
That
have
you
to
have
bake for the whole
for the
cul-de-sac. Just one extra meal. Yeah.
Well, what's our next room?
Um,
The bedroom?
sure.
Okay, let's travel there.
Okay.
Well, I've been hearing lots of people say that they've been taking naps.
So good. There
And-
is no shame in being a nap taker.
Well, I think
So let's
that
just
there's
let that go.
sometimes right. I think there has been
Right.
that.
That's
and,
why I'm voicing that. Like,
and I think we just in typical, at least American life, we are on this
hamster
never-ending,
wheel.
hamster wheel running for
Yeah.
the next thing and the more and the
Yeah.
anyway. So now that we've been forced to step off and take a forced Sabbath,
That is what this is. It's
It's
a
a
forced
forced
Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Yeah.
and Sabbath should be a good thing where we're savoring what we have and enjoying what we have and actually resting.
Yeah.
So now's a great time to get more of that much needed rest.
Yeah.
In fact, I think some people aren't even realizing just how tired they were
That's so true.
until they actually got to sleep a little
Yeah.
longer.
And
And
you're
they're
like,
like, wow, didn't know I was going to sleep for 10 hours.
Didn't even know I was capable of that. Yeah. That's so true. Good point. I really don't have a ton of bedroom stuff because I'm on a regular rotation of cleaning out my closet, and that's what I normally think of when I think of bedroom stuff. But I did move some books around in my house in general
Okay.
because what I was doing is I had like a reading stack, and
Like what you're currently reading or next up?
yeah, like here's
reading.
the goal for the year,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
like those are the books I want to tackle. And they lived just in this one spot in my house. So that meant I was really only working on one at a time. And I looked at it one day and I was like, some of them are like short stories.
Okay, so you could just chew
So
on it every
why am
little
I-
bit by bit.
Right. So I have moved a short story type book to my nightstand.
Love
in my
it.
bedroom. Because
Okay.
sometimes that's all I can do is get like
And your eyelids get heavy
couple of
after.
pages in.
Yeah.
And that's the whole short story. So anyway, so that was probably something that I hope will bring some joy to my bedroom now. It's just that shifting around of books.
Well, even if you're cleaning out your closet regularly, now would be a wonderful time to fold like Marie Kondo
Oh
says.
my gosh, you and your
got
Marie Kondo. I love
time.
it. So funny.
I am loving the folding method so much.
Good.
And I just can't encourage people enough to fold your clothes such that you can see everything that's in the drawer. So
Pretty amazing.
you know, you can, there's nothing that's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Everything's folded such that it fits and you can see everything in it.
Nobody
And it's
wants a bottom dweller.
wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you got time to do that. I was also thinking it's a fun time to do those extra little steps, like when you have clean sheets, spray linen spray on there.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm in such a hurry that I throw the sheets on and keep going to the next thing. But I do have some linen spray, and I
do
love
too.
doing that.
I love it. And they say that a couple of times a year, you're actually supposed to tend to your mattress.
Flip it and turn
Flip
it. and
it,
all
but
that.
also, like you can just sprinkle some baking soda
See?
on it and let that sit for like 15 minutes, and then you would vacuum it.
Okay.
Because you don't want to let it stay there.
Okay.
So just
I haven't
15
done that.
minutes would freshen it up. So you'd vacuum it with like just an upholstery attachment.
Yeah.
Or I
That's
guess
brilliant.
you could get up on your bed and vacuum it. I don't know.
Whatever works for you. I could do a comedy routine of me doing the flipping of my queen size by myself because it's always fun to see.
I've done that
Because
before.
I flip it and turn it. So to see me
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
alone is pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm imagining Ross pivot. Ross
Pivot.
from Friends.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's about all I have for the bedroom. I had jotted down light that candle you've been saving, but that can be in any room.
Yeah. What about the guest bedroom?
Yes, yes, yes. We did a whole episode on setting up a wonderful guest bedroom.
We did.
It was season 1, episode 15. So
Yeah.
if you missed that one,
Go back and listen to
you
that.
got
for sure.
time to go back and listen. I was thinking it would be fun on your staycation to spend one night in that guest
what you
bedroom.
should do. Yeah.
Because that's going to bring to light things you might need in there,
Yep.
or things that could be improved.
Yep.
I won't go into repeating all of the things from that episode, but one highlighted thing I thought I would mention was making a little cute sign that has your Wi-Fi password.
Guilty. I need to do this.
I haven't done it.
I need to do this.
And it's terrible that I say I haven't done it. I have written it on a, what do you call that?
Like a dry erase board
upstairs in the guest room. But it's not in like I could do it in a cuter way.
That's a step further than I have. I have it scribbled on a Post-it note that I can like pass off to any guest.
But that would be an easy thing to do in this time. Or if you don't have guests spend the night and you just want to put it in your living room somewhere. Because
Right.
I have people, I had somebody ask me today.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
over and
Yeah.
needed to
Yeah.
know
What the password is.
password. So
That's so good. Yeah, go back and listen to season 1, episode 15. We don't need to rehash all
no,
that.
but
It's
it'll
so
help
good.
you. And unless you spend the night in that guest room, you're not going to know what you need in there.
Yeah, yeah. What about bathroom?
Oh yeah, I love the bathroom.
I
don't
cleaning the
necessarily
bathroom.
love my bathroom, but I love the bathroom.
If there's one room I get to take a pass on to clean, I would.
Oh.
First thing I would pick would be the bathroom.
Yeah.
Hate it. It's
Well.
so gross to me. Anyway, but there's lots of things you can do
There's fun things in the bathroom
that will create joy. You had some ideas of even ways to
Well,
like pamper yourself.
I love to do a spa day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pull out all of the stuff. You could, not just quickly paint your nails, like pull out the scrub, the cuticle oil, all the little tools.
All the things you got in your stocking at Christmas
That
that
you
you were
haven't-
like, thanks, I'll never use this. You can use it.
Now's the time. Do the full-fledged mani-pedi.
Yes.
With all the stuff.
With all the tools. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a great time to pull out that hair mask that was also in your stocking that you have to leave on and you don't ever have time to leave on for 20, 30 minutes.
So good.
Do the hair mask.
Do a face and hair mask.
Do the face mask.
Yeah.
Let
Get
it
your comfy
dry
slippers
and-
on.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
Do all the little fluffy things to make you feel beautiful.
While you're doing that, or after you've done that, maybe you let yourself enjoy it. You don't have to do some work while you're enjoying things. But this would be a good time to clean your makeup brushes. Because I am so
Yes.
guilty of forgetting to do this. I maybe do it once a year.
Okay. Do you get out your shampoo and...
I think you're supposed to do this like once a week.
Oh, Lordy. I don't do it once a week.
Okay. Well, they say to dip so these are all kinds of makeup brushes of any size. Dip them in just some dish soap. Get them under some warm water.
But okay.
You use shampoo? Oh, okay. So the article I mentioned, they say put it under some warm water in dish soap and then get it dry. And then avoid the, where the, what do you call that? Like the stick
The
of
stem
the
of the
brush meets the bristles, because that glue
Yes.
gets loosened.
Yeah, I had one that
Really
really comes
easy.
off easy.
And nobody's using their brush that deep anyway. It's really
Right.
the tip
Right.
that you're focused on. So, yeah, and then just lay them flat to dry, and boom, you got clean brushes. But yeah, that's something that I definitely
That's
do
a brilliant
not
thing to do right
enough.
now. And even cleaning out your makeup. Makeup expires
Yes,
when you're going through the medicine, because
Go
that's
through the
another good
medicine.
thing is cleaning out your medicines, cleaning out your makeup,
yeah,
all that stuff.
and you can wash your curtain liner in your shower. Like if you've got a liner,
If it's some of them, if it's the
And-
plastic ones, you can't.
yeah, but most of them,
I purposefully buy ones that you can
Yeah,
wash.
yeah.
'Cause mine, yeah.
so they build up soap scum pretty easy. So you can put them in the washing machine, and then I've heard to add a cup of white vinegar.
'Cause
Brilliant.
Yes.
But you can also add a few towels in, and the fabric will help create extra friction for a deeper cling.
Oh,
That's from the Real
interesting.
Simple article. I can't take credit
Okay.
for that. So
Well, mine is white, so I just put bleach in it.
Okay.
But right now you might want to save your bleach because it's high demand item.
Yeah.
So vinegar is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
Cool.
that stuff all clean and fresh. Maybe you should do that before you have spa day.
Yeah.
And then enjoy spa day.
Then you really can lay out. Yeah. That's awesome. Replace stuff. Toothbrushes, sponges.
Yeah.
Like just get a big old trash
Freshen it
bag
up.
and freshen your
And you know,
bathroom.
another thing that I need to do every once in a while, and it's not something that I like doing, but it does make me enjoy the bathroom more, is when I clean the grout.
Yes.
In the shower.
This is why I hate cleaning the bathroom, though.
Grout, nasty.
It is putting some work into scrubbing, though.
It is, unless I did ask a tile person one time, what's the best grout cleaner?
Okay. And?
He said, and I thought it was hilarious, there is a cheap product at the Dollar General called Totally Awesome.
Totally Awesome. I've
I
heard
think
of
it's
Totally
$2.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's
potent.
super strong.
Yes.
In fact, I used to use it and didn't realize you were supposed to dilute it.
Oh, I didn't
like
know that
5 to
either.
1. Oh my gosh.
I didn't know that either.
No wonder I could hardly breathe
Yeah.
while I was scrubbing the bathroom. Dilute this product. It tells you on there the amount for what you're cleaning, but
Okay.
most of the stuff is like 5 to 1
Okay.
with water. But anyhow, it takes a lot less scrubbing when you use Totally Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap. It's very potent.
But it is potent. So don't have it around your kids. Like, make sure that is locked up because
Yeah.
it is so strong that it can hurt your lungs a little bit.
Yeah.
But it will clean grout.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was a tile person that told me, like, okay, here's what you need. This is the best grout cleaner. I was like, okay, good to know.
That's amazing.
And it's cheap.
That's amazing. Well, I only have one other space to discuss, and it's actually outside. So what other inside rooms do you have on your list?
Okay. I did go ahead and scratch conservatory and billiard room and all those that I wanted to have, but didn't even know what to put in there. Okay. In the kids' rooms, I just was thinking, I know that's just a bedroom, but it's a great time to like prepare for summer.
Yeah.
Like warmer weather.
Yeah.
Get rid of what you need to get rid of or pack up what you need to pack up.
Yeah.
And it's a good time to go through toys.
Yeah.
If they're not playing with it while they're locked up in the house,
And
they ain't going to be playing with it.
Yeah. And I was going to say, look into wherever you're wanting to donate things because most places won't take toys.
Oh, okay.
So make sure to look through like whatever sort of organization you're wanting to donate things to. Toys is on the list for a lot of places that they don't take.
Is that because it gets cooties on it, or
I don't
what's
know,
the deal?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now's a good time to go through things, though.
Yeah.
And
You can give it to a friend
reorganize.
that has a child younger that's going to be wanting those toys soon.
True. That's a good idea.
So,
I was just thinking in the mindset of cleaning. I was also thinking of now's a good time to clean out the dryer vent in the laundry room.
oh my gosh, you could kind of get overwhelmed with the amount of filters in a home that need regular changing out.
This is true. Go through all and
Because-
change filters, air filters. I just did that. That's supposedly every 3 months.
How did people remember all this stuff?
Well, mine had gone over 6 last time.
Yeah.
And
did
it was
you notice
so bad that it was hard to get out. And I told myself, put it on the calendar, Lainey.
air filters, bathroom fan filters, coffee pot filters? There's humidity or humidifier filters, vacuum filters. They're all over our house. So I'm like, just pick a few and stay on top of those, and you're doing better than some people.
Cleaning the vacuum. I
Yes.
did that. Yeah, like it's
Yes.
not something I enjoy cleaning out on a regular basis, but
No.
I have more time. I have to even, I'm telling a lot, but I have a lot of hair and it falls out a lot too.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to cut the hairs
I do too.
off the
I do too.
spinner
Oh,
or
yeah.
it won't spin.
I do too. Yeah.
So doing things like that
yeah.
when you have extra time.
We're blessed with a full head of hair and dogs that shed. So
Oh my gosh.
there you go.
Can I just tell you, I cannot believe how much hair I have to change or empty the vacuum cleaner so much more frequent now that I have Libby.
Sure.
Wow.
That's dog life. Yeah.
Okay. I had those. In the office, if you have an office, mine is the corner of the living room.
It sure is.
Good time to organize pictures.
Some people's office is their couch this week.
That's right. But, you know, going those things that you don't like doing, organizing pictures, deleting old pictures or podcasts that you're not, all the stuff of your devices.
Yes.
Sit and do that.
Yeah.
While you're on having your forced Sabbath.
Your forced Sabbath, yeah.
We got an extension on doing taxes till instead of April 15, where we've got July 15 as the date that it's due. But go ahead and do it now if you have the time. You know, you've got that to get done.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the snail mail writing letters, and I thought this would be a sweet time to write a letter or two. Maybe it's just to an elderly person. Maybe it's to, you know, family members that you rarely take the time.
I got a postcard from my own sister this week. It was so fun.
Postcards out this week. But anyway, just fun to sit and do that. But also it's fun for the receiver to get something fun in the mail right now.
Yeah.
Feel like they got a touch.
Yes.
The garage.
Ugh.
Can I mention a few garage things? Did you have any?
No, I didn't even want to go there.
It kind of bleeds into the outside as well.
Yeah.
So take that for, this can be garage or outside. Just going through sporting equipment. And I was thinking, like, pull out the badminton that you never play and play it this week.
So fun. Yes.
Pull out the horseshoes that you rarely ever pull out. That'd be a fun outside activity. If you are finding that in pulling it out, your kids didn't really have fun with it, no need to put it back in the garage after this.
Go into a new home. Yes. Or the dump. Yeah.
But, you know, throw the football this week.
That's
and
good.
Just things like that I thought could be a fun thing. My next door neighbor washed 2 cars yesterday.
Your next door neighbor goes.
He gets it done.
He does.
Left and right.
Yes.
So wash your car if you've got the time to, and the weather's good enough.
Detail your car.
You could detail it for real.
Yeah, that'll bring some joy.
Bring out the shop vac and do the whole thing. Yes. Go through the paint that needs to be tossed. I know there's specific ways that you're supposed to, you know, get rid of all of those cans and stuff, but now's the time to do that kind of garage stuff.
Yes.
Oh, you know, I had jotted down, in any room, now's a good time to rearrange furniture. If you've been kind of thinking, I'm back in the house, but
so good.
If you've been thinking, I wonder what the couch would look like over there, try it.
Give it a shot. And if you don't like it, you got time to put it back.
One of my friends has just done this week. Mm-hmm. Her college son is home. She was not expecting him to be back right now.
Well, that's nice.
And they had been thinking about flipping the guest room and his room. So they did it before he got home. Because they
didn't even have him help. I was going to say, if you've got a college guy at home.
Well, I say that. Maybe he was already back and helped.
That's even nicer. Have some muscle power to help you lift.
Anyway, if you've been wondering about what something would look like, now's a good time. But back to that was all my garage, was pull out the badminton or the whatever and play with it this week and clean out that kind of stuff.
That's so good.
And I've got lots of outside deck stuff.
Well, a lot of people do find joy in being outside. I know I do. Even another sector of people enjoy getting their hands dirty, like you. Yeah. So gardening, planting, all of those things. It's spring. So that is something that somebody might just want to tend to that one area instead of focusing on any of this other stuff that we've mentioned.
Now, it's a little early for planting, but it's not too early for weeding. It's not too early for power washing.
Right.
If the weather's okay.
Or even just walking around your yard and kind of mapping out what you're going to plant.
Do? Yeah.
That could be therapeutic to just be thinking through and getting excited about those things.
Making your list of what you need.
I don't plant much myself, but I'm on peony or peony, however you say it. I'm on peony watch. I have 3.
They're popping.
They're coming. They are coming, y'all. So 2 of the ones that I bought, we planted 3 years ago, I think, and they have been good and come back. And then the other one I inherited from our great aunt Betty, and it's coming back.
Yay!
I don't know that it's actually made a full
Ours is
bloom.
tiny. It's never made a big one.
Yeah, but it's coming. So
My
I'm
biggest
on watch
one got
for
drowned out, and I'm still so sad about it because it was such a beauty.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous flower. But I have 2 tips that I'm going to pass along that are also from Real Simple Magazine. They're not part of that article I mentioned.
Okay.
So these are just ones to make note
These
of.
are gardening tips?
These are gardening tips that were submitted by readers of the magazine.
Okay.
These are brilliant. Paint all your handles on your gardening tools neon colors so they don't blend in with the grass.
Because where the heck is it?
Why do gardening tools not come already with like bright colors
be-
that don't look like dirt and grass? They're all
brilliant.
brown or dark green.
Or black, yeah.
Or black.
Or that's just laying in the grass and I don't see it.
Brilliant. The other one is keep a bar of soap near your gardening tools. So, whatever soap, Dial, whatever. Because it's not actually about what kind. And you're going to run your nails over the soap before you start gardening. And so you're going to have like basically soap
Under there.
under your nails.
Yep.
And that's going to prevent dirt from getting
in
under
it.
your nails. And then you don't have to scrub much after.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Anyway, that's all I got for gardening.
So brilliant. Well, yeah, now's just a great time to get outside and get fresh air, even just to clear your mind.
Yeah.
Practice some breathing exercises,
Yes.
the whole thing. I filled my bird feeders yesterday.
Oh, good.
So much fun. Literally right this second, there's a big red cardinal. Do you see it on the bird feeder right now?
I do.
Amazing. Just noticed this morning I have a couple of bluebirds making a nest in my little birdhouse, and I'm sorry, but that brings me so much
That
joy.
is so fun. Bird watcher, yes.
So that's a couple of things you can do. Getting ready to think through what you're going to put in your planters or wherever. We talked about that, making your little list. More time to play with your dog in the yard right now.
Fetch. Teach them tricks.
Teach them things.
Get them exercise.
That's right.
and
Run
you as
around
well.
with them a little bit. Also, it would be a fun time to do a scavenger hunt with your kids.
Oh, okay.
I thought about last year was my first ever Easter egg hunt with Jacob, and the
was
wonder
fun.
in
That was
his
fun.
eyes. I don't even know that the eggs needed to have anything in it because he was so excited to find the actual egg.
Yeah.
So why only keep that for Easter? Like, go ahead and start
Do it.
Just
that is fun.
hide little things.
Yes.
And I even heard of a neighborhood doing right now in this season a neighborhood scavenger hunt.
Cool.
What they do is they have a daily theme. So it was like sunshine yesterday. So everybody makes some kind of thing with the sunshine and has it in some window of their house.
Oh.
And so as you're walking in the neighborhood, you're supposed to like try to find the sunshine
Okay.
in what window is it in each person's
That's
house.
cute.
That is so cute.
That's
to
cute.
me.
Yeah.
'Cause
Kind of promotes getting out for a family
a
walk or bike
and you've
ride.
done a craft of some sort because
Yeah.
you've made the thing.
Yeah.
And you get to find where the person put it in their
That's awesome.
window. So I thought all of those were kind of cute ideas. And just getting out, enjoying a new park, enjoying your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Even if you can't visit with your neighbors at the moment, you can still wave and
Yeah.
see them and know that you're in this together.
That's right.
We're all in this together.
Yeah. I was reading The Little Engine That Could this week to
Such a
Jacob.
great book.
And I almost want to post the last page because everybody remembers the I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I feel like that's kind of what we're thinking right now. But the last page is I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could. I'm like, y'all, we're practically looking back. Like, I thought I could, I thought I could. So, anyway,
Put it up.
I think I can and I thought I could.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that y'all enjoyed this episode, and we can't wait to dive into more spring and summer topics with y'all. Have a great week. Follow us on Instagram if you haven't already, and we will see you here next time.
Appreciate you all.